Hello guys and girls, welcome to Canadian Immigration Channel, and this is the recent update on the situation with COVID-19 and how it impacts visas and immigration to Canada. Now this is a short summary of what's actually going on and how to look and plan your immigration to Canada in the nearest future. First and foremost, many of you were asking us, I don't know where these rumors are coming from actually, if federal skilled worker applications are not processed anymore. This is the complete bullshit. That's probably the nicest word I could possibly find, because overall federal skilled worker program with the railroad, if you will, of Express Entry is working perfectly fine. If you look at Express Entry, the recent draws, they are of course targeting applicants from those who have nomination from the provinces, those who have Canadian experience class, but these draws do not mean that federal skilled worker in its pure entity is cancelled. No, of course not. There are no instructions from the officer side, from CIC side, saying that this application should not be accepted. They are processed. Those of you who were accepted could expect that, provided that all of the documents are in order, that you would receive your passport request and you will get your immigrant visas and you will land in Canada without any issues. Despite the fact that this virus outbreak will impact the processing time, probably, but there are no implications and no signs so far that it would be a significant delay in the future with respect to your application. So in other words, it does not look that we have a serious backlog so far. It doesn't look that the situation is dire. It does not actually look that the quotas for this year, which were allocated for the number of new immigrants, will not be met. So in other words, we're on the right pathway, on the right track. Just have a little bit of patience. With respect to the documents, additional documents which will be required and which could be requested by officers, there are additional information and instructions issued by CIC with respect to the timing and issues with coronavirus, if you will. Let me just clarify it very quickly. If you were affected whenever you are by coronavirus and you are not able to meet the requirement or request of a visa officer, for example, for providing additional work certificates, police clearance certificates, you're not able to go and take your biometrics, you will be given 90 days to comply with the requirement compared to 30 and 60 respectively. Now, this does not mean that if you're still not able to meet this timeline that your application will be refused. No, not at all, provided that there is a justification that in fact you tried, you requested those clearances, you requested those letters, but it's not possible, for example, because the employer is locked out, right? You're not able to get those letters, or you're not able to go through biometrics because, for example, you're locked up in your city and there's absolutely no way for you to take this biometrics anywhere else. You will be given additional 90 days, and that's practically half of a year already, which should be more than enough, given that everything with this coronavirus will finally begin to settle. Now, with respect to overall news for the country, just a quick update as well. It looks like, knock, 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 we have the first subtle, careful, positive news with respect to the number of those who are affected by coronavirus, with a number of people who get sick. So overall, it seems that compared to our southern neighbor, that the situation here starts to stabilize. We're far, far away from normal, of course, and from the new normal, I guess, for the whole world. But overall, Canada is doing much, much better than many of the countries I hear of. And last but not least, for those of you who are using our tools, who are using our website on a regular basis to calculate your points for Express Entry, to assess your chances and so on, we have added a new, very simple, but I guess very useful tool to calculate your work experience. So it's a simple calculator, but quite useful. I know many of you were asking us on YouTube channel how to deal with the work experience when you're not sure what 14 months with the 15 and a half with plus 4 weeks would work for you, and how to add this all together to understand whether or not you're meeting the necessary requirements of Express Entry, a federal skilled worker program. So we will post a link to this free calculator where you can just enter your work experience and get the exact number of days and years you qualify to enter in your Express Entry, a federal skilled worker application. That's pretty much it for now. We, of course, are following up with the recent news. We will keep you updated, and hopefully the situation would resolve sooner than later. Stay tuned with us, subscribe for the channel, and stay home.